Good morning, my darlings. Welcome to a new vlog. I feel like I've got into the habit of starting vlogs with very peculiar hair, and that is because I've realised that my hair doesn't stand a chance of actually staying in any kind of curl or shape unless I leave it for like 20 minutes to an hour in the curled form with hairspray on and just let it kind of set. I've just never really been one that has that much luck with styling my hair, so at the grand old age of 30 I'm still experimenting and trying to find ways to make it work. So I apologise that you have to witness these experiments, but never mind. Today is going to be a very higgledy-piggledy kind of day. The reason for the hair and the lovely dress is that we have actually got the team from George Smith here. George Smith being the brand that created my wonderful ottoman, which is quite possibly my favourite piece of furniture in the entire world. But also we've got loads of George Smith pieces. Actually, the poof that I'm sat on now, the armchairs in our living room, the armchairs in our drawing room, and several other pieces. Safe to say we are humongous fans of the brand, and we have many more George Smith pieces on our wish list. George Smith are launching outdoor furniture, which is very exciting. I hope I'm allowed to say that. If not, this segment will be very choppy with me cutting out things that I'm not allowed to tell you about. I don't think it's a secret, and they are shooting it here at our house in our garden, which is really wonderful. It's so lovely that the garden will be immortalized, if that's the word, in that way, and we are quite frankly honoured and flattered that they would love to shoot these sensational pieces in our garden. Charlie and I first found out about George Smith through asking the staff at Soho Farmhouse where lots of the furniture pieces from the farmhouse are from, and it turned out that a lot of the furniture at the farmhouse is made by George Smith. So yeah, it's a really wonderful brand, and the whole team is here today, so it is all go downstairs and outside. Luckily, I'm only going to be needed for little bursts here and there throughout the day to photobomb some of the pictures. I think they want Charlie and I, and more importantly Dexter and Dickens, to be in a few of the shots, so I will just wait to be called upon. In the meantime, I've got packing to do. I feel like I've been saying that for the last 3 or 4 vlogs, but I have got to finalise my packing because I fly to Singapore tomorrow. So a little bit of prep is required today, and really I've packed my main suitcase, but it is the in-flight luggage that I need to sort today. So I've started with my book. I've read 2 J.P. Delaney books so far this summer. Both have been amazing. Playing Nice and I think it was called Believe Me, the one that I read in Catalonia. Both have been amazing, and I have heard very, very good things about this one as well. So this is going to keep me occupied on the, I believe it's 14-hour flight to Singapore. We are not flying business. So I have also got some in-flight comfort items with me, which I will share with you because I have used items like this before and have been so very grateful for them. First of all, this is a seat sling. Very glamorous and exciting. I can't believe I'm showing you this, it's so dorky. This basically clips around the tray table on the seat in front of you and creates a sling for your legs. So if you like to tuck yourself up in a little ball like I very much do, this is absolutely amazing. It's squidgy, it obviously goes down completely flat, so it's very easy to travel with. So always worth having a little seat sling if you plan on trying to get a good few hours sleep on a long haul flight and you don't have a lying flat bed. I'm also sorry to say that I have heard some serious horror stories about aeroplane blankets from friends that work in the aviation industry and also from YouTube videos that I like to spook myself with. So I prefer not to use, this is me being very bougie, but I do prefer to take my own blanket / pillow. So this is a 2-in-1. This and the sling you can get on Amazon, so I'll leave them linked down below. This is very clever because it's got a kind of pocket thing at the back here, so you can slide it on top of your suitcase, your airplane suitcase, or you can clip it on if needs be. You can of course use it as a pillow, but I'm actually going to take a neck pillow and another pillow. So this undoes to become a really lovely, super soft blanket, and when I get back from the trip, I'll stick it in the washing machine, and then it smells like home, and it's just very, very comforting. So highly recommend taking your own little travel blanket as well. And then some other essentials, obviously a sleep eye mask to block out the world. This one is from Dr. Harris for Current Body. It's got these little, I don't know if you can see, these little pressure points, which apparently are meant to be like a little mini acupressure to relax you. I don't know if a little dot like that can really provide that much acupressure, but it certainly doesn't hurt, that's for sure. And then I would also recommend, if you like to be plugged in, listening to things, watching movies, I would recommend for a super long haul flight 2 different kinds of earphones, because I do find that my Apple AirPods, as much as they are my favourite, if you wear them for more than like 3 hours, I do sometimes find that they can, maybe they like bruise the inside of my ears or something, I don't know. But I do find that halfway through the flight I want to change to a different kind of earphones. So these are my, quite old now, got these for Christmas a few years ago, Beats by Dr. Dre. I think they wirelessly connect to my phone. That's how long it's been since I've had them. I'm not even sure if they're wireless. I'm sure they will be. But they also have the wire, which is great if you want to watch the films on the airplane, because often your wireless earphones won't connect to the airplane. They will be coming with me too. I think I might need to charge them. Okay, this next thing is just me being a little bit ridiculous. It is my very own milk whisker. Yes, I am completely mental, but I do love an oat milk latte every morning, and most hotel rooms will have a coffee machine, in which case all I need to do is take my oat milk. I need to double check that you can bring oat milk into Singapore. I'm sure you will be able to. I wonder if I can just buy Oatly oat milk in Singapore, I don't know. And then I can just whisk it up for myself in the mornings in the hotel room and make myself an oat milk cappuccino. I know it's ridiculous, but this was like £7 or something from Amazon, so to me it is worth it. And then travel outfit wise, I might even not decide until tomorrow when I'm going. I don't need to leave home until 4:30 tomorrow, so I've got a bit of time. But I did get a Lily Silk order arrive yesterday, and I kept hearing Victoria and Amelia, who else, loads of people raving about this set in particular. So it is a little cashmere hoodie, just a very simple stripe. It's absolutely gorgeously soft. I can see why the girls are raving about it. And then these wide leg trousers. I'm mostly going to be trying to sleep on this flight, but I do want to look nice as well. Is it risky traveling in an all-white outfit? So this is option 1, but then I'm also thinking that I could potentially wear the Lululemon leggings, the super high-rise dark green ones that I'm just obsessed with. That could be my second option, and then just like a little cami top and my chunky knit cardigan that I nearly always fly in. So yeah, probably we'll just make a last-minute decision for the flying outfit tomorrow. Could just never predict what my hair is gonna do. So something else that I like to prepare myself with before traveling is trying to learn at least a few lines, at least the polite, you know, niceties of the language for the country that I am visiting. And earlier in the summer, I mentioned to you guys that I have been using an online and app-based language learning service called Babbel, and I'm still using Babbel. I'm mostly using it for Spanish because I'm really trying to improve. To be honest, I really would love to be in a position where we can go to Ibiza, we can go to Mallorca. There is a small chance that maybe in like 5-10 years we might look at getting a holiday home in one of those places. So I'd really love to be confident to have a full-on conversation in Spanish and feel relaxed and confident that my vocabulary and my sentence building structure and obviously understanding is pretty good, better than it is now. So I have been using Babbel regularly since the middle of summer. I've just been told I am needed for one of the photos in 5 minutes. What was I saying? Yes, I have been using Babbel since the middle of summer to improve my Spanish. But what's so fantastic about Babbel, unlike other platforms that I've heard of, is that it actually uses real teachers. So we all have different styles of learning. Some of us like to do things, so you can, you know, complete little quizzes. I prefer to use the app. I have it, and it just means you can pick it up whenever you've got 10 minutes, if you're driving somewhere, or if you are waiting at the shop tills, I don't know. If you literally have 5 minutes, you can complete little exercises on your phone. If you're driving and your style of learning is by listening, this is actually what I love to do because I love multitasking, so I will just leave one of their little audio clips playing, and you can really alter these based on your level of knowledge. So for example, you can have the English spoken word and then the language that you're learning spoken, and listen to them side by side. Or once you get a little bit more confident, you can listen to people having quite, you know, basic conversations talking about their family pets or what's in their supermarket order. And it really helps you not only with your vocabulary, but also with pronunciation and putting your sentences together in a structure. When I've tried to learn languages before, I think the reason that I failed is because I was okay at learning words, like I'd know what a dog is, I'd know what a cat is, cocodrilo, I'd know what a book is, but I wouldn't have the confidence to put together a sentence to say, I am reading my book, or my dog's name is Dexter. But I find that by listening to people speaking in these languages very slowly and very clearly, it helps me to understand those joining up words to actually string sentences together. Something else which is really useful is you can actually pick up these little lessons which are about the cultural aspects of a country. So you can listen to those while you're packing, for example. That's probably what I'm going to do today. You can join real life classes as well. So if I go on the app now, let's see what classes. I've just clicked on the live section down here. This is interesting. So there are 5 seats left in this class with Luciano, talking about your city, talk about life in the future. That could be really interesting because I feel like I'm quite confident with talking in the present tense, but talking in the future tense, me gustaría, I would like to. That's something that I'm not too confident on. So that is at 1 o'clock. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, I'm going to book into that class. And if you are thinking about doing a little bit of learning on your journey and you're not sure about your internet situation, you can also download some of the classes as well. So it's just, I feel like they've just thought of everything to make it really easy to learn a new language, whether it is literally, you know, you're just going on holiday for a week and you just want to be able to ask for a cup of coffee, say thank you if someone brings you something or holds a door open. You can learn those basics, or if you want to really deepen your proper conversational skills, then Babbel has something for everybody. So just like I did last time, I do have a code which will get you 30% off, and you can try Babbel for 6 months, 12 months, you can even get lifetime access. I will leave the information for that at the very top of the description box. So if you've got any travels coming up, or if you just want to challenge yourself to learn a new language or give the gift of learning a new language, then everything that you need to know, as well as that 30% off code, will be linked down below. Highly recommend it. Even my mum has noticed that my Spanish is getting better. It's very helpful to have someone to practice with, so why not share the code with a friend as well. I'd better get downstairs and find out what they want me to wear for this first shot. Apparently it's a white sofa, so we don't want to appear to be a floating head, so I might need to get changed, but I'll bring you with me and show you some behind the scenes. The shop pretty quickly, only 5 minutes of shooting. I'm not going to show you the full furniture, but I'm going to show you a couple of little sneak peeks. The most beautiful fabric. So this is one of the outdoor George Smith sofas. You're going to have to keep an eye on their Instagram to see it in more detail. These lovely cushions, got some polka dots, some kind of linen material. And then this one has almost got a kind of hexagonal detail to it. So beautiful. Nicholsons have kindly brought over some hydrangea bushes to have in the background. And I'm really appreciating what they've done here. We have managed to clamp an umbrella over the top of the light setting here, because even though we've got perfect blue skies for the photos, we did have a few rain showers earlier on today. Great bit of engineering going on over here. I think this is definitely the biggest shoot that we've ever had here at the house, and there are props and flowers and packaging and camera equipment absolutely everywhere. So many different lighting fixtures, batteries charging, lots and lots of bits and bobs, and loads of props. Even though we've got so many bits and bobs here in the house, they have got a very specific style that they were looking to achieve with the photos. Lots of little baskets, candles, crockery. My goodness, this is a full-on setup. They've even bought some antique books, look, Char. They've even bought some antique books as props. Wonder where they get these from. Well, someone's job is to have a little look around charity shops and find various antique details. Have they been? We've had a lot of furniture deliveries coming for the shoot today, and this has not been put away yet, but I did see, actually I wasn't required for the shooting of this beautiful outdoor armchair. Dickens was the model for this. I'm really excited to see how the photos turn out, but it is the most stunning, obviously outdoor material. Armchair. Imagine a couple of these and a little reclaimed wooden table in the bottom of a kitchen garden. The stunning herringbone pattern on the fabric. So beautiful. Definitely going to be added to my wish list. Charlie is preparing Dalesford soup for everybody. What have we got on offer, darling?
Well, I didn't buy these, Millie got them, but they are carrot and ginger or tomato.
Lovely. Warmed up on the Aga with a touch of olive oil and basil. This is the setup for the next shot. I'm not showing you the full thing because it's under wraps, but a little corner, a little colourful corner. We're recreating a lovely sunny setup on this autumnal morning. Our modelling duties for the day are complete, and Dexy is now keeping an eye on the shoot from up here. They are doing some filming down here on the patio. In the photos, it looks like a beautifully sunny, summery day, whereas in reality, it's been pouring with rain. I've just finished off a few calls this afternoon, and Charlie's just come in to collect the children, but would you like to tell everyone?
For another shoot. We've already been part of one shoot.
Hang on a second. I think everyone should pause the video and comment down below which of my two children do you think has been requested for modelling duties. Comment down below who you think is the chief model.
Because it's Dexy. No, it's not. It's Dicky. Dicky has actually. I'm gonna have to get moving because it's heavy carrying them. But
so Dicky's the chosen model. Oh, poor Dexy. You have to let Dexy do some practice shots so he doesn't feel left out.
So casually keep diving into concrete. So bittersweet.
Good evening, my darlings. What a cozy sight this is. Finally, we have the house back to ourselves. I actually had a really lovely end to the day. I had lovely Nicole from Ruby come and do a manicure, which you can't really see. My last one just started to chip quite a lot, and I thought I would get fresh nails ahead of going to Singapore tomorrow. It's just a very neutral pinky colour, really hard to show you. And then I went for the gel bottle colour called Manhattan on my toes, like a nice oxblood burgundy colour. Great shoot day today with George Smith. I wanted to show you some of their new pieces because they are seriously on our wish list. I don't think I knew, well actually, by the time this video goes live, George Smith will have announced and gone live with their new beds. Oh my goodness. And by the way, if you've not heard me talking about George Smith before, these two are George Smith. The two amber coloured armchairs in the drawing room are George Smith. Obviously my cloverleaf poof and my little stool in my dressing room are George Smith. And now they are doing outdoor furniture coming soon, which they shot here today. And these stunning bed frames, and this one is very much on our wish list for our master bedroom. A few different shapes. You can get velvets, you can get George Smith classic materials, but then you can also do bespoke materials as well. Oh, here we go. Maybe you can screenshot my screen and use the QR code here to have a little look. And I have seen photos of more designs as well. I think this one is probably my favorite. And then they have the beautiful spindle base. They have got some with the wooden, almost like 4-poster poles going up there, which I think would be top of our wish list. I realized I didn't show you this. This is a book all about our village, which Ben and Robin bought for us. Bit of a long-standing joke as our Christmas present last year. They gave it to us when they came over on Sunday, and there's loads of information in here about our village, and in particular, let me try and find it to show you, our house. Look at this. A super old photo of our house that we've not seen before. It said in here about how our house was purchased for £5,150 back in, wait, 1910? Can that be right? Yeah, so interesting. Originally had 249 acres. Such a fascinating book, and I think Charlie had actually tried to get hold of this book in the past, but there are very few copies, so very impressed with Ben and Robin for managing to source it. Such an amazing gift. So now I'm just going to snuggle by the fire with my boys. You've had a tough day modelling, haven't you, my darling? My lovely Dexy, you've been the best model today, although your brother did get booked for a few more shoots than you. Here comes the Kate Moss of the sausage dog world. Oh, it's been a tough day for you, my chicken nugget, hasn't it? You've starred in so many photo shoots today. No, I don't talk to people like you anymore, you know, I've risen through the ranks. I'm quite famous these days. Mummy, if you just speak to my agent, I might allocate some time to talk to you. I'll just show you some of my best poses here. You guys will have to keep an eye on George Smith's Instagram to see how my beautiful boys performed. And then I think that Charlie and I are just going to have a lovely Riverford dinner. This is chicken pilaf with paprika yogurt. That's what we're going to make for dinner. Here's the ingredients. We've been left with so many beautiful flowers from the shoot. Fresh hydrangea blooms all over the house, which I will put properly in vases tomorrow. But for now, darlings, I'm going to cuddle my little boys and bid you good night. Are you okay, Mama, Mum? Are you okay, Mama, Mum? Are you normal, or are you a special little boy? Good morning, my bunny. Good morning, my darlings. It is a beautiful morning. I didn't realise they left these yesterday, but after the shoot day, I have been left with some beautiful blooms from the George Smith team, including these really gorgeous autumnal coloured dahlias, and whatever these are, but I love them. They're so beautiful. We've got some of these wonderful fluffy sunflowers, some lovely pink dahlias, traditional sunflowers, and I love these purple sunflowers as well. So I'm going to have a fun morning of flower arranging, and these as well. They're so lovely. I might even make a wreath for Lila because we've got so many gorgeous blooms. It's a very chilly morning. Got my Lululemons on. I'm going to do a Peloton. Little 4 days later Wreath update. Everything seems to be drying out really beautifully. Nothing's looking too sad. I think the best bits are going to be the hops, the poppy seed heads, the hydrangeas, the nigella seeds. to be honest, everything is looking really good. I need to obviously remember what lasts the best so that in the future I can make it again and only use the most long-lasting bits. I think the berries are looking a bit shriveled up, but otherwise my lovingly made Daylesford wreath is still looking wonderful. Charlie and I were watching Gardener's World this morning, and apparently pears do not ripen on the tree, according to Monty Don. So one of my tasks today before my taxi to the airport is going to be to pick all of our pears, store them in a cool, dark place in the house, and then you can just bring them into the kitchen when you want them to ripen, ready to eat. I must say, I love coming into the gym in these beautiful early mornings. The lighting in here is just absolutely magical. I have popped on my favourite super cozy Lululemon, I think they call it the scuba fleece. I'm not really too sure why, because it's not scuba fabric. Very, very fluffy, and it's perfect for chilly mornings here in the gym. And then these are the Align joggers. So again, nice and high-waisted. Little pockets here. Ooh, crazy lighting. And they're a little bit more relaxed because they're kind of tapered. Oh my gosh, this lighting is challenging for showing you anything. Tapered like jogging bottoms down at the bottom, which is a nice effect. I know I showed you loads in the last video, probably a little bit overwhelming, but do you know what? I hadn't really shopped from them that much before, so I wanted to go whole hog and do a ginormous order and really get to know all their different styles. Safe to say that I am a big fan of their sorry, this light, of their Align styles. Wow, I look really tall. I promise you I'm not. It's just the angle of this mirror, which is very dusty. My goodness, that is the one problem with this light. Yeah, big fan of these. Might even wear them on the flight, although I'm about to do a sweaty Peloton in them, so maybe not. And then I've got the matching, I think it was called Forest Spruce, this colour of the sports bra.
Damaged. One man's trash is another man's baggage. Slow you down, I ain't going nowhere. Spacesuit on, can't breathe this air. TNT going off in here. Ain't we up there? Cause you always wanna touch me. My thorns will leave you bleeding. That's why I'm always leaving.
Okay, post-workout smoothie, I'm adding this all plants breakfast berry mix into my usual smoothie, and of course my Wild Nutrition powder. It's very handy just having a load of these in the freezer because then I never run out of berries.
Take my hits pound for pound. Promise I'll let you down. One more shot, one more round. Don't step on my rose petals. Don't step on my rose petals. Don't step on my rose petals. Don't step on my rose. Don't step on my rose. Step on my rose. Step on my rose. You told me situations left you lonely. Tried to give you my best shot, but my best don't mean a lot.
A proper good morning to you, my darlings. So today is the day. I am flying to Singapore tonight. I thought it'd be good to just give my body a little bit of movement and do a little bit of movement exercise this morning in the gym. 20 minutes Cody Rigsby class on the Peloton. I got my personal best hallelujah, and also came 9,000th out of 138,000, which I think is not too bad. Sounds a bit bonkers when you say it like that. I've got a few bits and bobs that I need to do / want to do today before I go. I've mostly finished packing, and I remember that there's one other thing that is an absolute essential in your luggage. I didn't mention it earlier, and that is of course the air tags. So I've taken my, oh, here it is. I've taken this little air tag off my rattan suitcase, my lovely Steamline suitcase, and popped it on the holder, which is going to be my hand luggage for this trip. I'm taking my Bricks hand luggage case because you can just really easily open the lid of it and not have to open the entire suitcase. That's the only problem with the Steamline ones, is that you really have to have like a big amount of space to fully open your suitcase, whereas if you just want to like sneakily grab something out, this Bricks one is a little bit better. I'm not going to wear this around the house today, but I was just trying on this set as potentially what I'm going to wear later. So this is the lovely cashmere set from Lily Silk, and it is absolutely gorgeously soft, but I'm not sure if hours on hours of this being on my skin, I might find it a little bit itchy. I'm not too sure, but I love how it looks. It's very, very chic. Don't know if you can see particularly well there, but really nice, comfy, wide leg trousers, and then this very relaxed fit top. Yeah, I do really love how it looks, but we shall see. Might try on another option as well. I did this little flower display this morning in my H&M half head vase, and I think that looks really fun. I'm just using up all the blooms from the shoot yesterday. As well as my little roll-on suitcase, I'm also going to take this big bag from Lily & Bean. I'm just so desperate to be able to get as much sleep as possible on this flight, so I've got this pillow, which I think was a lovely gift from the brand Aurelia a little while ago. Thought that would be really helpful. And then I've got my iPad. I've downloaded loads of stuff from Netflix and Amazon Video to watch on the plane, including loads of Drive to Survive. We're obviously going to Singapore for the Formula 1, so I thought I'd watch some Drive to Survive on the plane to get there, to get me in the mood. And then the bits that I shared with you yesterday. I have got my liquids in that little pouch. I've got my Invisalign box. I've got a couple of these Dettol wipes, which I find very, very useful. Yeah, so that is my hand luggage. I need to remember my normal earphones, my in-ear earphones, and a big reusable water bottle. And then I normally like to put my essentials like my phone, my vlogging camera, my passport in something that's always on my body. So I'll take my Louis Vuitton. So I did have a little bit of a pamper this morning. I showed you that I used one of my little sachets of the whitening strips from Spotlight. I thought that I'd be able to clip my brace over the top of them, but unfortunately where my retainer is so, not retainer, a liner is so tight, I actually couldn't fit it over my teeth. It'll be more when I've got a retainer that I'll be able to use that trick. So I need to put my brace back in. I don't want to get into bad habits. I also did a very brief testing of a few new products while I did my makeup this morning. I mixed this Guerlain Peru Gold Skin foundation with my By Terry CC, and I think it's a really good, quite full coverage base for me if I'm doing a day of filming. It's a really nice base. It still looks like my skin, but with really good coverage. And then I used a new eyebrow pencil, where have I put it, from Guerlain in the shade Light. It's one of these very handy little roll-up sticks, which is always my absolute favourite. If you ever find that they stop giving so much colour, just wiggle it on the back of your hand. I always find that works. And then you've got a spoolie on the other side. What else did I try for the first time this morning? These new lip balms. What are they called? Petal Soft Lipstick Crayon from Laura Mercier. I've used the shade Ella, and it is literally like a little lip balm crayon. Very nice natural lip colour, good for autumn. Oh, and I had my nails done, as you saw last night, with lovely Nicole from Ruby. I think I'm going to wear these earrings on the plane. They are these little hoops with the little detail from Missima, because anything with a rod that goes through your ear and a butterfly clip. I sometimes find that with headphones or sleeping, it can stab my neck, whereas a hoop, you don't get that problem. So I will probably pop on the matching Midsummer necklace. There we go, that is so lovely. Always nice to have some simple accessories when you are on an aeroplane. I've got my usual little bracelet cluster, Monica Vinader, still have my 20% discount for them, Dior, my usual watch, yeah. So this is travel outfit option number 1. I do, fall over my poof. I do really like how it looks, and I'm sure I'd be very comfortable, but I will probably try on something else as an alternative later on this afternoon, and we can decide later. Okay, my darlings, I'm finally getting around to a task that I've wanted to do for quite some time now, ever since I found this ginormous courgette down in the garden. So I'm going to be making a courgette and tomato and onion chutney. So I've got some onions, some ginger, some garlic, cayenne pepper, some tomatoes. I am going to go down into the kitchen garden now and get some more, and some sugar for sweetness. I ordered these little jars on Amazon. I'm not quite sure if I'll have enough jars here. The courgette is certainly going to go a very long way. And then I thought it'd be really cute if I just make them look very cottagey and homemade by doing these little fabric samples on the top. And you know, when you put a little elastic band round, I thought that would just make them look really cute. And we have got so many of these fabric samples lying around, and then just tie them with some string. And I think you really have to leave them for at least a month to 3 months. So then by December, by Christmas, they should be perfectly matured, ready to enjoy with some cheese or with some crackers during the festive period. Also really lovely gift ideas, but a really fantastic way of using up my glut of courgettes. So I'm going to go and see if I can find some more tomatoes, and then it's time to get shopping. I have been summoned out here to approve one of Charlie's new antique finds. What have you been purchasing now, darling?
This is a painting. We actually haven't bought it yet, because Max wrote it, said we could try it out and we'll send it back if...
That's nice of them.
But funnily enough, I found this. I just basically, we got carried away, and to be fair, I don't regret it. We've got, most of the artwork we've got is about lovely landscapes. We obviously found some, in the kitchen and the lounge, I feel like it's a nice mixture of some landscapes, some oil paintings, some watercolours, some different things. But I just thought like we had another landscape here, and I thought, well, it looks a bit strange.
Are we not going to put the mirror back here at some point? Because I did really like it.
Look, we need to obviously talk about where we can put a mirror for you. I think we talked about putting that one portrait around there, but it doesn't make sense to have a mirror in this space.
I just said to Charlie, we need another flag on here that says Josie, because the flag up here says Charles. You're very good at finding things with your own name on it, because even the boat says Charles, and then I don't know if you guys remember. Oh my gosh, what's this? Oh, that's the thingy from the dining room, because we are currently, as you might be able to hear, having it sandblasted or prepared for painting. But the reason I brought you in here is because, well, you know what I mean. Our champagne basket with our logs in nearly has Charlie's full initials on it, CMI. But anyway, yeah, I think the painting is nice.
There was a small point. So the one thing that I saw, and you can get it online as like a replica, is you can get like a rail, and you hang paintings by a chain from the rail.
I don't know if we've got the height here.
Yeah, see, basically what was here before was probably a third smaller than this, and the frame was thinner, and it didn't have the impact. Whereas I think
slightly metallic. Yeah, I do really like it.
That has the impact that we want.
And I think we should definitely change the lamp over, because this matches my beautiful flowers.
Yeah, do you think?
Yep.
Because we were sort of working out the lamp. This is also from Max Wallet, and then the lamps in here originally were for a bedside at straw top. I think they're too nice. Like, I like them too much.
I don't love the big white bit.
I know you always say that, but they're quite traditional.
I just think it looks plasticky.
But the reason we were chatting when we were in here at the weekend, we need taller lamps. I think we're going to move the Knowles over anyway. I think we need height on them.
I don't know.
But
I don't think it does. I prefer the Pookies. I think they can go to the cottage.
I haven't got any Pookie lights here.
The little ones.
Well, what was here before?
The battery powered ones, yeah. I prefer them. Right, I've got chutney to make, darling. What a beautiful day. Gosh, I can't believe these are still growing. I think if I do end up making a floral wreath later on, if I've got time, I don't know if I will, unfortunately, then I could definitely take some of this. Is it skimmia? Or something else beginning with S. That would be beautiful in the wreath. And then some crabapple branches from our archway. Let's see if we have got any tomatoes. Oh, I can see some in the greenhouse. I'm officially wearing my Lululemon leggings for the 3rd day in a row. Scandalous. Ooh, oh yes. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. My goodness, the fragrance of these. Heavenly. I've spotted another one here that's got ginormous. That could be quite nice for my lunch actually, because it's not too big. Look how colourful these gorgeous tomatoes are, so bright and wonderful. I think I might have to come down here with some string as well, because I can't believe how well this tomato plant has grown, and unfortunately it's just got a little bit too heavy for itself, so it desperately needs stringing up. But I think I might do that once my chutney is on the heat, otherwise I won't have enough time to finish this before my taxi arrives later. Well, I'm not sure if I've got exactly 500 grams of tomatoes. I can always go and get some more if need be. So I'm going to give all my ingredients a wash. I think I might do the tomatoes and the courgette by hand, but I'm going to chop the onion and the garlic and ginger in the Thermomix. It should save me some time. Then I'll season and cook for a few hours.
Turquoise blue, losing track of time with you. Another peach pie sunset view, sleeping in the afternoon. No place to be and nothing to That's sure something I could use. A cure for the air conditioning blues. Could use some too.
Charlie's new Staub pans already coming in very handy. You need a nice heavy bottom pan to do the chutney. So this has come up to the boil, all the ingredients just in here together, and I'm going to leave this for between 3 and 6 hours. Hopefully it'll be done before I go, until it gets nice and thick, a little bit less watery and a little bit darker. Gosh, it most definitely does not feel like a late September afternoon. It is so glorious. I'm going to make another of my delicious rainbow charred pistachio pestos for lunch. So I'm going to grab some leaves. What have you got there, darling?
This is your little plush gift.
That is going to keep my plants really well protected.
It's this special new glass.
Right.
I thought we could obviously have glass put in it, but I also...
Can you imagine how much that would cost?
To be honest with you, it would look quite cool just like over a plant. I'm all about the aesthetics, mate.
That looks awful. I hope you didn't spend a lot of money on that, darling.
Like 30 quid or something.
30 quid? Right. One of your more doorknobby purchases, I would say.
You always said we were the good ones. Like an 18-minute thriller movie. I always knew you always meant it. But now we're standing on the bedside too. Oh, I never meant to hurt you, but I hurt you, so sorry for that. You need space, I get it, like you said, it's alright. So I'm counting all the days till you'll come around to show me what you found. Since breaking from this misery, I wish that you could see me now that you're gone. Cause you need to be alone, away from our chemistry. I just hope you'll end up knowing that we're meant to last. I'm counting all the days.
Well, that pasta was absolutely delicious. Not quite as good as my first one, but still very tasty. I'm now very garlicky and in need of a coffee. This is going to be my last one of the day because I do want to get as much sleep as possible on the aeroplane. Got to leave in just under 2 hours, so tragically I'm not going to have time to make a wreath because it does take a couple of hours and I've still got some other bits and bobs that I want to do, but of course I'm not going to let these beautiful blooms go to waste. So gathered some vases from around the house, including this ginormous vase that Lila has brought over. So I'm going to quickly pull together a few bouquets and decorate the house for Charlie to enjoy while I'm away.
Or will you come around? Will you come around? Oh, believe me, we're the good ones. You know I always got your back. So please don't tell me that I broke us, 'cause I could never live with.
Well, I really hope that little time lapse worked because when I went to check my camera, it was not filming. But either way, here are my finished bouquets. Quite wild and different for me, using the blooms that were left over from the George Smith shoot. This one has loads of really gorgeous autumnal colours. I love these more orangey dahlias. We've got some of the same blooms that were found in my perennial millennial bouquet, sunflowers. I'm not sure what the name of this is, but it's a very synonymous kind of autumnal bloom slash foliage edition. A little bit wild and wonderful, but it should look lovely in Lila's living room. And then in this one I put all of the miscellaneous pink pieces. Works really nicely with the very contemporary vase. And then this little vase here has got the dahlias. Definitely not my best work when it comes to flower arranging. And then with these little bits here, I think what I might do is, because I'm sure they're going to dry out really nicely, is while I'm away I'm going to hang these upside down in one of the wardrobes that Charlie won't find while I'm away, and hopefully I'll come back and they'll all be beautifully dried out, and then I'll be able to make an autumnal wreath with them next week. It is so warm that Dexy is actually sunbathing today. And it's too hot for Chicken Nugget, who's found a little spot in the shade. You've got a leaf in your hair, young sausage. You've got quite a lot of leaves in your fur, you dingbat. Okay, my darlings, we are now on major countdown. My taxi's going to be here in about half an hour, so I really need to make up my mind and decide what I'm going to wear on the plane. It's tricky because despite the fact that I'm wearing this thick jumper, which may lead you to believe otherwise, it's actually really, really warm outside today. I feel like if I put that cashmere outfit on, I'm just gonna absolutely fry. So maybe I should take it with me in my hand luggage. Sometimes I vlog and I just like spill what's on my mind, even though it's probably very boring, but it's just what's circulating. I've had quite a few deliveries today. I did want to do a little Holland Cooper and Wreath and a few other brands try on for you, but firstly I no longer have time, and secondly I feel like this video is getting quite long, but we've got some really lovely bits that I'll share with you upon our return. Obviously this gorgeous jumper, which I feel like is going to be an absolute favourite all winter long, is new Holland Cooper collection. You've got the buttons on the shoulders. I love this pattern, I think it is fabulous. And they also sent over this gorgeous, it's actually like a deep moss olive green roll neck. I'm obsessed with their roll necks, and the colour of this one is just absolutely stunning. Really dark, probably about as dark as I as I dare to go with my wardrobe. And then also had a couple of lovely deliveries from Wreath. Very interestingly, looking at the label, they have kept in this tag which says made in China, and I feel like the whole idea of made in China meaning potentially some people might think lower quality or, you know, more cheaply made. I feel like that old-fashioned way of thinking is maybe changing, and actually people are realizing that they know what they're doing and they are actually able to create really amazing quality products and hopefully offer a little bit of a cost reduction to us. They really do have that expertise. So it's just very interesting that they chose to keep in the made in China tags. Like, it's literally the most prominent thing, aside from the size and the brand, is this made in China tag. I would be very interested to know your thoughts on made in China. What does that make you think of when you see that an item is made in China? I think times are changing, and I actually think that factories, yeah, they are developing such expertise, they're able to make things to higher quality. There are so many more rules and regulations now about the sustainability of fabrics, so I don't think it's got the same negative connotations as it used to have, but I'd be very intrigued to hear your thoughts. So this beautiful peachy pink, very gorgeous quality, lightweight, silky blouse, stunning. Imagine with like a high-waisted pencil skirt as a work blouse, beautiful. And as an off-duty kind of work dress, I think this is gorgeous. Really nice elasticated section here. If you're going on a shorter haul flight, I feel like that's a really nice travel outfit as well, remaining smart and elegant while you're on the move. And then I bought up some of the miscellaneous products in my washing basket. We've had a delivery from Kate Somerville, Hydra Kate Recharging Water Cream. This is going to be amazing when we get back from Singapore as a post-flight recovery. And what's this? Recharging serum. Maybe I should take this with me. It's only 30 ml, so actually I'm going to take this in my hand luggage. Then we have got, oh my gosh, I just love Decor skincare. This is their Green Mandarin Essential Oil Glow Booster Mask. Another one that is going to be amazing when we get back from our travels. I'm going to be totally pampered. Something else here that I might take with me on the journey. Some hydrating, repairing sheet masks from Garnier, and then also the matching eye masks. Yep, they're gonna come with me. Perfect timing. Bare Skin Perfector from Arborian. Instant, perfect looking bare skin, more beautiful with every day. Non-tinted skin perfector enhances your bare skin upon application. I love the sound of that. Maybe it's kind of like a pore blurring, skin filtering type of product. Perhaps a little bit along the lines of the Clarins Beauty Flash Balm. Again, very travel size. It's gonna come with me. I received a top up of my Estrid razor blades, very exciting. Some lovely revitalizing fortifying serum for the scalp products from Sicily. They do the most heavenly hair products. What's this? Precious Hair Care Oil. Love that. And then we've got some masks from Gentle Purifying Shampoo. Restructuring Nourishing Balm for hair lengths and ends. My hair will love that after the amount of colour that I've put on it recently. I think this lovely flannel came with the Decor mask. Lovely. We love a good flannel. Ooh. And then something new here from Charlotte Tilbury. It is Airbrush Brightening, Complexion Perfecting Eye and Face Micro Powder. Wow. I love the fact that they've specified under the eyes, because that is the area where I need to powder the most because my makeup just vanishes. So that sounds incredible. I'm not going to take that with me because I have packed a couple of powders. I will give that a go. I'm going to leave it out here, give it a go as soon as I get back. And this was part of my Harrods order that I placed using the Harrods Reward 10% off. I got a few things from Diptyque, including an exfoliating hand wash, a multi-surface spray, cleaning spray, but I've had this particular candle on my wish list for a very, very long time, partly because I cannot wait to reuse the actual container after I finish. So it's a 5-wick ginormous candle in this beautiful green ceramic thingamajig. So I think I'm going to leave it up here. As a bit of a decorative item, gosh, I cannot wait to light this. I'm not going to let this be one of those candles that I don't light. I'm not going to save it for best. I am actually going to light it anytime I'm getting ready in here to enjoy the fragrance. But how gorgeous. It is so beautiful. Honestly, I did partially buy this just for the pot, but I will very much enjoy the scent of this as well. My final chore, actually I say that and I'm about to go and string up my peas before I go in 25 minutes, is to quickly jar up my chutney. So this has been simmering away for about 4 hours. It's looking very chutney-like. Smells absolutely incredible. So I'm going to take this off the heat while I go and do my tomatoes outside, and then jar it up, ready to store.
Sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love.
Well, there we go, my first completed jar of chutney. I guess we now have to just wait for it to cure, or don't know what the word is, marinate for a couple of months, and it should be delicious. Just in time for Christmas. So 1 down, maybe about 10 to go. And I think they look rather adorable. Okay, my darlings, time has come. I have decided to go half lily silk. I've got the lovely wide leg lily silk trousers, and then I've popped on a Holland Cooper kind of knitted tank top underneath, and then my flight essential, which is the super cozy cardigan. I have to say it looks a little bit more chic in real life. It looks a little bit like the abominable snowman in the vlog. And then the pochette matisse over the top, and my little Nicholas Kirkwood flats, which perfectly match in colour-wise with the pochette matisse. My phone is buzzing, so I think the taxi is here. So next stop, Heathrow Terminal 3. Okay, my darlings, made it to the airport, and I'm here now with Em, who's over here in the background. Yay! And Em just always knows all the tricks.
All the food
tricks,
spots.
especially the food tricks. So normally when I come to an airport, I would go straight to the BA lounge, but Em was like, no, Josie, you need to check out the American Express lounge. So much better. I mean, I love BA.
So you guys, we just had so much dessert. We had like 5 desserts.
We've just had something called festive chicken, harissa cauliflower.
The
We've had
cauliflower was the best
baklava.
cauliflower I've ever had.
It was delicious.
It was very good.
And now we're gonna go to Wagamama's and stock up on food for the plane. But let me just show you how lovely this lounge is. They have shelves, they have a wellness room. They have these little pods, they've got TVs. And look at the detail, it's like,
A podcast or a TikTok in here.
oh, you totally could. Look at these suitcases, and the table here has got a live edge. This is what I'm getting in my greenhouse. Couldn't resist a little pit stop in my favourite place. You know, this is where Freddie and I got our matching bracelets. This is so stunning, and it's also in here where I realised that I'd forgotten to bring my vlogging camera to Palm Beach. What a doorknob. Wow. No, I had to steal Freddie's camera the whole time. Wow, that is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Well, we truly are being little lounge bunnies today. We realised that with my BA points we can also use the Qantas lounge. So I had a lovely glass of Australian rosé, which is really lovely. Em is getting a brownie.
I've had two.
Two?
After my American Express dessert.
Oh my gosh, this is just gorgeous. Lovely lounge.
Should we order a crumble as well?
A crumble? Oh no, I've just brushed my teeth.
More dessert.
More for you. How lovely. Everyone else has gone to the gate already. But we're just reclining and enjoying some cheese and wine. Cheers, darling.